Welcome to Coastal Drone Weekly News. My name is Ian, and this is what's happening in the world of drones and drone technology. We've got some bad news for Canadian beyond visual line of sight drone pilots. DJI has released the Action 5 Pro wearable camera. Drones were used to pressure wash Victoria General Hospital. The United States Congress has voted to ban the sale of new Chinese-made drones in America, and an air ambulance was delayed due to a drone operating on site. We've got some big topics to cover, so let's dive right in. I've got some bad news for those waiting for beyond line of sight routine operations in Canada. The Canadian Aviation Regulation Advisory Council, also known as CARAC, today announced that the proposed amendments to the Canadian Aviation Regulations for routine beyond line of sight operations, originally proposed to come into effect for April 2025, have now been pushed back to as early as fall 2025. This comes as a result of extensive feedback being heard from members of the public, advisory councils, and professional associations across Canada after Canada Gazette Volume 1 was published this past spring. Originally scheduled for this fall, Canada Gazette Volume 2 will now be published sometime in the spring of 2025, meaning that the proposed regulation updates will not come into effect until at least the fall of 2025. We'll be sure to have more on this as it develops, hopefully with some further comments once more information is available. Next up today, DJI announced the Osmo Action 5 Pro, a camera designed to capturing the thrill of action sports. Action cameras like this have been the go-to camera for FPV pilots as it allows them to capture high-quality footage of their flights when paired with custom drone builds. The Osmo Action 5 Pro introduces Super Night Mode for better low-light shots, advanced subject tracking, and 47 gigabytes of internal storage, just in case you forget that SD card. Another new feature that could be helpful when flying FPV, like I said, is active subject tracking, which enables you to keep your subject in the frame when using crop modes. The Action 5 Pro also features Rocksteady 3.0, which will help you keep your shots nice and smooth when flying along or in other action sequences. Primary differences from the outgoing Action 4 are a new OLED screen on both the front and the back, which can peak out at up to 1,000 nits. The photo resolution is now 40 megapixels, up from 12, and a new burst mode allows up to 30 shots in just 3 seconds. Also, like I said, the Super Night Mode allows for low light situations at up to 30 frames a second in 4K. Slightly bigger batteries allow up to a 240-minute runtime compared to 160 on the previous version, and now Wi-Fi 6 is added for faster download capabilities. These improvements come without a major increase in weight, with the new version only weighing 1 gram more than the previous versions, the Action 4. The Action 5 Pro rivals the recent release of the GoPro Hero 13 and started at a base price of 489 Canadian dollars. After 40 years, the Victoria General Hospital is getting a much-needed bath, but only this time it's happening from the air. Last week, General Maintenance Manager Robert Wishart decided to take a new approach to cleaning when a local drone company, Sky Dweller Technologies, reached out to them. Among a growing industry of drone cleaning service providers, Sky Dweller is similarly offering drone cleaning and mapping services in Victoria, British Columbia. The company uses what appears to be a modified DJI Matrice 300 series drone to allow the water to be continuously pumped through a nozzle designed for cleaning. Traditional window cleaning services often require large crews to be high off the ground, operating on scaffolding or ropes, which can be pretty risky. With the use of drones, crews are able to be more efficient, save money, and get the job done without putting themselves at risk. Due to the smaller crews and less overhead, Wishart estimates that the hospital saved around $650,000 with the use of drones. Remember, if you wish to modify your drone, you must submit a new safety assurance declaration and/or possibly apply for a special flight operations certificate in order to conduct these operations safely and within Transport Canada regulations. Earlier this month, a second attempt was initiated to ban future Chinese-made drones from entering the United States. Back in June of this year, the first attempt was made to pass a bill that would put, among others, DJI on the FCC's blacklist. If the bill went through, it would strictly prohibit the new Chinese-made drones from being imported and sold within the United States. Businesses and operators across the country could be left scrambling to find other alternatives. If you already own a drone from manufacturers such as DJI or Autel, it's likely that you'd still be able to operate it within the proposed regulations. However, nothing is concrete at the moment and things could change. As of this filming, the House of Representatives has passed the bill and we're now awaiting the decision of the Senate. In social media posts, DJI has taken steps to educate the public on the matter and is ensuring that their data is not being shared. In Manitoba, police are saying that an air rescue was delayed due to a drone operating within the emergency landing site. On September 3rd, police responded to a devastating car crash in Steinbach that required the use of an air ambulance helicopter. However, upon arriving, a drone was spotted operating within the area, and the landing of the helicopter was delayed until the drone left. Fortunately, the delay didn't cause any major consequences, but the Manitoba police are stressing the importance of following the rules and the penalties that come if you do not. You should never operate your drone in any way that endangers aviation or the lives of others, and you must give way to manned aircraft at all times and always be aware of your surroundings. If you put aviation at risk, you could face up to a $3,000 fine for an individual or up to a $15,000 fine if you're operating for commercial purposes. As of the time of this filming, police have not yet identified the operator, but they are investigating and may pursue charges accordingly. Before I go, and before I forget, this week we're talking about drone real estate photography on our Coastal Drone Weekly Live. It's ready to go. You're gonna see it Sunday this week at 10 o'clock Pacific. So thanks for watching this episode of Weekly Drone News. Don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button, and we'll see you next week for more information about drones and drone related news. See ya.